Yeah, good morning. This is Bang Bang Rahil. And please press the like button and subscribe. A lot of people have gone on my comments asking about Billy Williams. And listen, Billy Williams is a nice guy. I've known Billy Williams when he was out of prison, not so much in prison really. I've known him twice in prison, but I'm known more so outside of a Kentish town, Canham town, or one of them places, yeah? He's all right, Bill. I used to like going to boxing shows with him, and he can have a fight. Listen, Bill could have a fight. He wasn't afraid of no man. I mean, no man. He wasn't afraid of no one because he could fight. He could fight. He went to the States. I think he went to the States with Jarvis, not Jarvis there. I forget, Angelo Dundee. I think it was Angelo Dundee went over there with to train and to sign papers. And he come back to England and he mucked it all up, mate. I don't know why he come back to England because he was doing all right in the States, yeah. I love to see his pictures. I love to see his videos of him boxing in the States, but I heard he was a bit near the mark. I mean, he come back to England. I don't know if I think he lost his licence over getting nicked for something, which we all do. I lost mine. I didn't get a licence, but I was right on the borders of getting a licence, and the judge stopped mine. But this is what they do. They take something away from you that is the only thing in your life that you've got that can make you money. They don't want to see that. They don't like violence. In the old days, there was a couple of judges, Argyle, I think it was Argyle or Abdullah. It was either Argyle, I think it was Argyle, as it happens. That he was a director of a boxing company, and if you went in front of him for anything to do with violence, and you was a boxer, you get it whooped up you. But if you get in for something silly, and you was a boxer, he'd stand up for you and get you released, yeah? He was a good man. Argyle Abdullah, one of them two judges. People who are watching my podcast will know, yeah? But Bill, I like Bill. When we got in, me and him got in prison, we was a handful. And anybody that is in there doing something naughty, we sort them out. Anybody that was selling drugs, we'd take it off them. That's what we would do. And we had plenty of food. I mean, I'm on about Wandsworth. I'm on about a place where you could go and see no food. That's what Wandsworth was like in them days. But with us, you could go in our cell, open our cupboards, and there'd be loads of tins of food, every things, and we ate well. We ate really, really well. I was on the hot plate anyway, so I could go down to the kitchen and give someone some tobacco or some puff and get something put on my trolley that was nice, you know what I mean, for me and Bill. So that we had it sweet in there. We had it really sweet, but I'm a bit gutted that Bill died. I've talked to his cousins and that, and about Bill. And people have asked me, anybody out there know got any pictures of Billy Williams? Could they send them to me, and I can forward them onto his cousins or the people who are asking for them, yeah? Because Bill was a proper man. I love Bill. Anyway, rest in peace, Billy Williams. And, there's other people that I've met. I mean, I've met a lot. Alan Dixon. I mean, I've said it all before, but Alan, I want to say it again. Alan Dixon, proper nice guy. Me and Alan had some laughs. I mean, everybody that was anybody in prison when Alan Dixon was about, we used to have a laugh, yeah? Because Alan Dixon was a joke all day long. He never stopped singing. He was a proper singer. He'd take the piss out of the screws. He'd knock the hats off the head. Yeah. And there was another guy in Albany, yeah, Frankie Kerrigan. I don't know if everybody remembers Frankie Kerrigan. Frankie Kerrigan is a fat guy, and he never give a monkeys about the screws, yeah. He would like bump his belly and call them all sorts of names and nick their hats and one man a nick. Frankie Kerrigan. Anybody that was in Albany in 74 upwards, this could remember Frankie Kerrigan. Nice fella. I liked old Frank, yeah. Pat was there in 74. Pat, very close with Pat when I come out. Nice fella, Pat. There was what's it called? Parky and Johnny Barry, the Barry brothers. They were there. There was Georgie. There was people in there, mate, that made me cry. But I'll tell you what, there was a lot of in there. It was acid, yeah, acid, and it used to be Johnny Barry and Parky Barry used to bring it in, yeah. How they got it in King Edward's cigar tubes, yeah. Obviously, they just stick up their arse, but it's very painful. I should imagine if it ain't, you're in trouble. But anyway, yeah, those were bringing in like that, acid tabs. And everybody be buzzing around the neck like a lunatic. I'm on about buzzing. Everybody be lunatics, mate. Because in Albany, you was allowed out, if you pressed a button at certain times, you're allowed out for 10 minutes. So that means you go to people's cell and say, listen, I'll put your flask outside your cell, or put something else outside your cell, put things under the door. But you had to be careful in Albany prison because it was all cambered up as well, yeah? But that was a good prison, Albany. I liked Albany in the 74s. 70 areas up to where I've got Shanghaied out there on a 1074. But good nick. It was a good nick, but I ruined it by bashing a screw up. But that's life. That's what happens. You never know what tomorrow brings. You know, you lay in your cell and you wake up and all of a sudden, click, something happens and you're banged up for longer and you try to kill you, yeah? Which they did me, yeah? But it never happens because my mum was behind me. Stood behind me. I mean, listen, I see films, yeah, like the Essex boys, you know. What have they done? The Essex boys, what are they? You know what I mean? I mean, come on, it's like, I've been in prison most of my life, yeah. I ain't a big thing, mate, to get nicked all the time or whatever. But I've met a lot of people, 26 and a half years, and I've done lots of things in my life. But what have they done? What have they done? Tell me. Tell me what they've done. They made big films about the Essex boys. What have they done? What did they do? Tell me. They ain't done nothing, mate. You wait until, listen, you wait until you see my book, yeah? You're going to go crazy. I could make a film, yeah, that'd kill their film, yeah? They ain't got a chance. They ain't got a chance. Listen, Essex boys, no chance. I never met them, you know? I never met them, and yet I was always over Essex. Mickey Gooch, Essex, Chigwell, Essex. I mean, you know, always round them areas, Buckhurst Hills. I never met them, never even heard of them before. Only heard of them like on the old television. I got a Fire Stick with all videos on it, and I hear about the Essex boys. And I look at it and I think, are they real? Are they for real? Oh, what? It's a joke. And, you know, like things they've done, you know, like going into a cafe or whatever it was and bashing the guy out behind the till and nicking his money, you know what I mean? And is that... mate, you won't just see my videos, mate. You won't just see my book. I mean, it's not the point. How anybody can go, when my book comes out, yeah, and they read my book, they'll be on my case 24/7, believe me. You know, listen, they've written a film. They've done a film with the Essex boys. I mean, most of them are dead now. I think there's one still alive, I'm not quite sure. He does a lot of speeches. Fair play to him, he's earning money. Good luck to him. You know what I mean? Why not, you know? They've done a lot. They've done a lot. They ain't done nothing, really. What's one of them got? 5 years? And come out of big time Charlie Potatoes, big gangster. Looked at a few clubs. I looked at a lot of clubs. I looked after lots of clubs. And, you know, but I mean, I got a big name. I got a big name too. And the people I work with have got a bigger name than the Essex boys. And, I mean, Blundell's, Billy Blundell, Eddie Blundell. I mean, look at them, the Blundells. Fuck me, mate. Bill. I mean, me and Bill in the Maidstone. Good people, Bill. Good person, mate. Billy Blundell. Wasn't afraid, didn't give a monkeys about anybody. They were a different kettle of fish. Eddie Blundell, Billy Blundell. Come on, you couldn't muck about with them. They were dangerous people, mate. Essex boys, come on, please. And then they got, I mean, Billy Blundell told the Essex boys to behave themselves, yeah? Because they'd be in trouble. I mean, come on. Listen, me and Bill. I mean, when I come out of prison, I went to see Bill. Went around his house, and he had a big boxing ring in his front room. Me and Bill got on really, really well. I like Bill. I did like him. He was a good little fighter. We used to have a few rounds in Maidstone, you know. But one of my best mates in Maidstone was a guy called Ricky Curley. I like Ricky Curley, mate. Ricky Curley, fit guy. Fit guy, little hair lip, but fit, mate. Could box. Me and him used to spar 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but we used to spar in the gym. I was getting a few rounds with Bill. Bill was very short, and Bill could put it together, all bobbing and weaving like a bit of Mike Tyson, all throwing punches, and he could bang. You know, I liked but it was only tiny. But when they're tiny, they come over the top, don't they? You know what I mean? And we had a few rounds. I had quite a few rounds with my mate. I like Ricky Curley, mate. He was a diamond. He was a Medway. Was it Medway or something like Medway wing? I'm not quite sure. I think it was Medway. And I liked him, mate. Me and him was around each other 24/7. I think he was the one that broke the fight up between Bill and Pat at Maidstone on the yard. I don't know what happened there. I mean, I was with him at the time, and you know, it is what it is. And he broke it up. You know, he broke the fight up, and that's what it was. I mean, them two have had loggerheads, Pat and Bill, for a long time. I mean, come on, they both have big firms, big companies, and you know, that's what happens. You know, and anyway, so I just let them get on with it. You know what I mean? Get on with it, and but I like Pat, mate. Pat was a diamond. Me and Pat, when I was in Albany with Pat, I was just training with him quite a lot, and I was getting him to do the old curls, and he got quite big. His arms got massive. His arms doing the curls. Fit. I mean, I used to call him the antelope. When he used to run with his legs very high, like an antelope, and he was fit, mate. Pat was fit. I mean, he's one of the fittest guys that I know. Me and him fell out over something, I don't know what it was, but we fell out. But he was the nicest guy, one of the nicest guys I've ever met. I mean, I was with Mickey Gooch, and you know, I mean, Mickey Gooch at that time was something. Well, it's just I used to be his bodyguard. You know what I mean? And nice guy, mate. No one could touch him. Nobody. I didn't give a man because they were. No one could touch Mickey, mate. They touched Mickey, they touched me, and then it would be off, yeah. And I liked old Mick, and I liked his wife Kathy, and his little girl Danny. I mean, his wife Kathy, yeah. Little Danny's bedroom was like a palace. It was like, I went, my God, it was all lace and pinks and blues and greens hanging from the ceilings, and it was like unbelievable, mate. Her bedroom was absolutely, she's a stunning little baby. I think she's married now, Danny, young Dan. But Mickey Gooch, I loved him, man. I loved him. I loved Kathy. I mean, lots of things have happened between Kathy. I mean, when the bulldog, and she didn't like the bulldog, and it was found in the swimming pool. It drowned Kathy. You killed it on her. Anyway, I like Kathy. I like Mickey. I love Mickey. And there was a lot of people that I had the best times with ever, mate. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not, you know, about just in prison. It's about coming out. You know, coming out of there. Like Harry Haywood, Billy Haywood. I mean, Bill, I was in Mason with Billy Haywood. Billy Haywood, proper gangster. And do you know what? He was just a nice guy. Used to train a hell of a lot. Used to run a hell of a lot. Just a nice guy. You could walk around the yard and have a proper conversation with him. Nice. There was so many in there. Bobby Dixie, another one. You could walk around the yard and have a conversation with Bobby Dixie. Nice fella, Bob. I mean, I met Bob when I come out. I was in Pal Joey's, and I was dancing. All right, Bob, how you going? He said, all right, mate. He was up with 4 or 5 people, and I ain't seen Bob for years. And it's nice to see him, innit? You know what I mean? And all them time, I mean, me and Bob had a few words over a certain thing. We had a little fight there with someone, and Bob was going to kill me. You know what I mean? Bob said he's going to stab me to death. Him and a guy called Freddie Lloyd. And how you going, Fred? Freddie Lloyd as well, nice fella. I think he's still alive, Fred. But, you know, it's met, I mean, Pat was there as well, Pat. I mean, it's I've met some nice people, man. People that, just nice. Just, do you know, like, listen, people say people are gangsters. Doesn't matter if a person's a gangster or what he is, right? You know what I mean? But it's still, Ricky Curley, gangster. You know, and whatever he was, an enforcer. There's a lot of enforcers going about that people go, oh, but nice people. Why are we not nasty? We're only nasty to people who go and get the money from. We're not nasty to other people. We're good to people, as happens. You know, we're good to people. We give people our money. We look after people. We give people who got no money, yeah? And that's the difference between us and arseholes. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, none of us one of them sort of people, you know what I mean? Let's say they cross the line. You can't cross the line. You know what I mean? We do things that no one else would do. And the consequences are you get put in prison. You know? And if you can't do your time, mate, don't do any crime. It's as easy as that. You know what I mean? You've got people in there crying their eyes open. Well, don't do the crime. Well, don't do the crime. Because if you can't do the time, don't do the crime, because that's what it's all about. You know, don't forget. If you're going to do something, think about the consequences after. What can happen? This is why now, mate, I ain't doing nothing. All I do is my book. I'm doing my book, get that sorted, yeah? Get that out of the way, and then perhaps do a film. Why not? I'm better than the Essex boys, mate. Believe me, my book, if I do a film, it's 10 times better than that. Listen, I've done things they couldn't even think about, you know what I mean? Cocaine, all that. I mean, I was on the crack for 8 years. 8 years. 8 years on the crack. I was like I was an army by myself. I don't need 10 people, 5 people to do I was me. Just me alone. Me alone. I didn't need 10 people, 5 people driving around, bashing people up, torturing them for what? You know what I mean? I was different, yeah? But that's it, innit? That's what they do. And they made a couple of films of it, and I'm really pleased that it's at the front for them, yeah? I'm really pleased that they've gone forward. Why not? Why not? But, you know, I feel that I'm better than them. I feel my book's going to be 10 times better than theirs. 10 times, you'll love it. People are going to love it when they know about all the people I've known. But come on. Listen, today there ain't no one. Today there ain't no faces, no. There ain't no more. It's all gone. Years ago, going to prison, respect for every people. Now, no one's losing anybody. Years ago, you used to go in a pub and there'd be people in the pub, all right, mate, yeah, what, mate? Now, it's like, everybody's in cloud cuckoo fucking land. No one knows what's going on no more, you know what I mean? It's like different. It's played out, mate. Life's changed. It's changed. You know what I mean? The people, anyway, look, I've got so many stories to tell, yeah? And I don't want to spoil things, but there's things in my book you're going to love, you know? There's things in my book you will love, you know? And anybody out there that can write a book like my book, never. You can't do it, mate. You can't do it. You can't do it, mate. Mine's been from the age of 4 to 5 up to the age I am now, yeah? You know what I mean? And it's all stories. Stories that'll knock you silly, mate. All right? Anyway, please like and subscribe, and press the like button and subscribe. Thank you very much for all the subscribers you give me and the views. I appreciate that. And take care. Have a nice day, and later.